team at the top of the Bundesliga. It isn't Bayern, it isn't Dortmund, it isn't even Schalke. It's München Gladbach, and we'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number 8 out in the Bundesliga, boys and girls. And we get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Bundesliga related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Football. We're going to here on Warowski. That's right, my boys. Mönchengladbach currently lead the way in the Bundesliga. But let's not get carried away. It ain't going to last. If it does last, I'll shave off one eyebrow, just the one eyebrow. What? Should I edit that out or should I leave it? Chances are they're not going to win it. Anyhow, before we get into the predictions and all that kind of good stuff, just to let you know, I do have a Patreon page, boys and girls. What's Patreon, I hear you ask? It is a way for you guys to support the channel in another way besides your viewership. This is not my job, folks. It is not. I work night shift. I have to scrimp and shave and dig deep and work the long hours, both in the mornings and in the night times, to get this content to you. Now, if you want to help me kick this channel on a little bit further, this is a great way to do it. There are, and you don't even have to, it's not that much money. It's $1. You can offer $1 a month. That is less than a bag of chips, bag of crisps, wherever you are in the world. Crisps, chips, you know what I mean? Kartoffel, something. You know what I mean? It's just $1 a month. Or you can really push the boat out and go $10 a month. Each one of those perks and privileges, or those tiers, offer different perks and privileges. And you know what? It'll just make you feel good, helping this channel kick on further to another level, boys and girls. I do have a Patreon, and he's keeping me afloat on his own, and he needs a bit of company. So get over there and check it out. Link to the Patreon is in the description down below, and there is one. It's plastered behind me, so check it out. Anyway, folks, let's get cracking and take a little look now at the last time we played out in the Bundesliga. Now I'm going to give you the criteria, the grading criteria for that I judge myself on, and the same criteria I judge you boys on. 0 to 3 predictions will give you the red face gang. 4 to 5 straight face club. That's neutral. And then if you go top banana, 6 plus. That's what the top banana is in the Bundesliga. I think we might have one top banana. It's not me. So take a look at it. Hertha Berlin took on Düsseldorf last time out. 3-1 win for Hertha. 2-0 win for me, not too shabby. Bayern lost at home to Hoffenheim, 2-1 in the end. I got the right amount of goals, folks. I did. 3-0. Unfortunately, it's not the right way. Meanwhile, Leverkusen drew with Leipzig. Another banana skid. There's 3 of the top teams slipped up this week. Leverkusen taking home all 3 points at home. 2-1 in the end. Freiburg. What's going on with Freiburg? They're absolutely phenomenal at the moment. They are sitting pretty in 4th. 2-2 draw at home against Dortmund. I actually went with Dortmund on this one in the end. Mainz did take care of business against Paderborn. 2-1 in the end. I actually went in favour of Paderborn as well. Schalke could only muster a draw. It's a bit of a rivalry, I think. 1-1 final score. Schalke. I actually went 3-1 in the end. Yeah, I did terrible. But my boys, Mönchengladbach put 5 past Augsburg. 5-1. 2-0 for me. That puts them top. Wolfsburg did take care of business against Union Berlin. 1-0. Got that one bang on the nose. That should count for like 3. And Frankfurt could only muster a draw against Werder Bremen. Just the 1 goal out of it. And I'll let that do its thing. And as you can see, just the 3. So I'm in the red face club, boys. I think there's a few of you that's going to join me today. Keaton Zamurley. Well done. Let's give him a round of applause, boys. He is the one and only top thumb. I think one of the only top thumb bananas across Europe. Not including the Championship and the Premier League, but you know, I don't dish them out very often, so well done to you. Reed did terrible like me. Nightmare Seeker, not too shabby in this one. Yannick Busler, you're in the shit show with me, buddy. Nathan Haver, sorry, you're also with me. We are QPR, just like Rovers, dog shit. So yep. Amaji Monday did all right for himself. Adam Celtic, not too shabby as well. Johnny talks Bundesliga, he knows his stuff. Check him out, but not as good as Nemo Ančinovic. He did all right for himself. And Football Cricket also joins the gang in the shit face gang. That's us. There's a lot of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself, 6. We outnumber everybody else. So this is the current state of flux out in the Bundesliga. Take a picture. Selfie time. Yo. Let's take a picture of Mönchengladbach, top of the pops, 16 points on the board. Wolfsburg are in 2nd, Bayern in 3rd, Leipzig 4th. Look at that. All the way down to 7th, all on 14 points. Dortmund are in 8th. but a winner away from second. That's how tight it is. Down the bottom, Paderborn, Köln and Union Berlin. The 3 promoted teams are struggling. They need to get themselves up and running. So let's try and make that happen with some of our predictions now, folks. Kick it on. These games take place on the 18th of October and beyond, 19th and 20th. So Friday, we'll see Eintracht Frankfurt take on Bayer Leverkusen. Now, the recent games between these two sides heavily favours Leverkusen, the away team, on this one. The last time that these two sides played in Frankfurt was a 2-1 win for the home team, but the last time these two sides played was a 6-1 demolition by Leverkusen. That was earlier in the calendar year, back in May. So 2 wins for Frankfurt, 4 wins for Leverkusen. The recent record over in Frankfurt, though, 3 wins for the home team, 3 wins for the away team as well. So it's a very, very tough, fine margins. Frankfurt coming to this in 9th in the table, just 1 win out of the past 4 games. Leverkusen on the flip side, unbeaten in, well, just 1 defeat out of the past 6 games. So it's very tight form on this one. But I'm just going to give it to Frankfurt on the edge with their home form to snatch it 2-1 in the end. Leipzig, where are they? They're going to be taking on Wolfsburg this time out. Now, Leipzig coming to this in 5th of the table. Wolfsburg are in 2nd spot. The recent record between these two sides, 3 wins for Leipzig, 2 wins for Wolfsburg, 1 draw along the way. The last 6 games over in Leipzig, though, 4 wins for the home team, 2 wins for Wolfsburg. The last time that Wolfsburg picked up the victory over in Leipzig was back in 2017. It was a 1-0 win away from home. The bookmakers, what do the bookmakers think? 7-4 for the home team on, 7-4 on. Well, it's 24-5 for the away team. That is Wolfsburg, 16-5 the draw. I talked about the form book. I talked about the place in the table. I'm going with a 3-0 win on this one for Leipzig to get back to winning ways and get back in control of their destiny. Next up, we have Werder Bremen up against Mainz. Werder Bremen up against Hertha Berlin. The recent record between these two sides, 6 games prior to this. 0 wins for Hertha Berlin, 3 wins for the hosts, and 3 draws along the way. The recent record between these two sides in Bremen, 4 wins for the home team, 2 draws along the way. So going all the way back to 2014, Berlin hasn't picked up a victory. That's a long time. The table is okay reading for Hertha Berlin. They sit 10th in the table, 1 place better off than Werder Bremen. 3 wins on the spin for the visitors this time, whereas Werder Bremen haven't won a game in 4. Going to go with a home win on this one, though. Werder Bremen at home, and the psychological edge they have over them. 2-0 win. There must be a bogey team for Hertha Berlin. Meanwhile, we got Fortuna Düsseldorf taking on Mainz this weekend. Prior 6 encounters between these two sides, 5 wins for Mainz, 1 draw along the way. The last 6 encounters over in Düsseldorf. Not many, there's only been 2. That goes all the way back to 2013. Is that correct? Did I do that right? Yeah, I did do that right. Prior 2 encounters over in Düsseldorf, 1 win for Mainz, 1 draw along the way. So Mainz against bogey team for Fortuna Düsseldorf. The table doesn't read much better. Düsseldorf sit in 15th spot. Mainz a couple of places better off in 13th. Düsseldorf coming to this 3 defeats on the spin. Mainz coming to this, though, 2 wins out of 4 games. So I'm actually calling this as a draw. Can't really separate the two sides. I'm going to go with a 1-1 in the end. Next up, Augsburg up against Bayern. The recent 6 games between these two sides, 5 wins for the away team on this one. 1 draw along that way. That draw was not too long ago over in Bayern last season, 1-1 final score. The last 6 games over in Augsburg, 5 victories for the champions and 1 win for Augsburg. That victory was back in 2015. Not too sure what tournament it was in, but it was a 2-1 win for Augsburg in the end. Bayern came into this 3rd in the table, 1 defeat. In fact, 2 wins at the past 4 games when you look at it like that. Whereas Augsburg on the flip side, they did get a bit of a pasting by Mönchengladbach. 2 defeats at the past 4 as well. So I'm trying to make it sound a little bit better, but realistically, you're going to go with Bayern on this one. 3-0 final score. Union Berlin taking on Freiburg, the surprise package in the table so far. The recent 6 games between the two sides going all the way back to 2002. 3 wins for Freiburg, 2 wins for Union Berlin, 1 draw along the way. The last time that these two sides played was back in the Zweite Bundesliga. It was a 2-1 win for Union Berlin when they hosted them. Speaking of that, the recent, or the last 3 encounters between the two sides in this particular fixture as it's written, 1 win for Berlin, 1 win for Augsburg, 1 draw along the way. The win for Freiburg, let's say Augsburg, 1 win for Freiburg, 1 draw, 1 win for Union Berlin. That win for Freiburg was back in 2004. I think it was in a cup. 4-0 win for Freiburg in the end. Freiburg look absolutely phenomenal at the moment. Just the 1 defeat all season. Union Berlin did beat Dortmund, but that win was a long time ago. 4 losses on the spin. It's kind of like a catalyst. But I'm going to give them a bit of a benefit of the doubt. 1-1 draw for them, which will be a valuable point for the grand scheme of things. And it'll keep Freiburg up in that echelons with potentially thinking about Europe as it stands. Dortmund taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. The game I don't really want to happen because I think Dortmund will take him over. We'll talk more about my prediction in a minute. The last 6 encounters between these two sides go all in favour of Dortmund. 6 wins out of 6 in all venues and all grounds. The last 6 games between these two sides over in Dortmund. 5 wins for Dortmund. The last, all the way back in 2014, Mönchengladbach did pick up a victory. It was a 2-1 win in the end. The bookmakers, 100-47 on for Dortmund, 24-5 for the away team. That's Mönchengladbach. The leaders, 4-1 the draw. Dortmund are in 8th. 3 draws on the spin for them. Mönchengladbach 4 wins on the spot. Going to give it to them though, 3-2. They have that mental hoodoo over them, and that'll take home all 3 points. Into Sunday's games, it is Köln up against Paderborn. Relegation dog match this one, down the bottom, 6-pointer. Paderborn 4-4 defeats on the spin. Köln come into this with that draw against Dortmund last time out. In fact, they only lost 3 out of the past 5 games, so it's not too bad when you look at it. The bookmakers, 6-4 on for Köln to take the victory, 7-2 the draw, 17-5 the 7-2 the away team, 17-5 the draw. Going to go with no, in fact we haven't looked at it. The last 6 games between these two sides, 4 victories for Paderborn, 2 draws along the way. Köln haven't won a game between these two sides, going all the way back to 2014. The record at home for Köln is 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats as well. That last victory for Köln against Paderborn on the home turf was back in 2013. In Zweite Bundesliga. Going to go with a 2-0 win though. They're going to break the hoodoo today or this weekend to get themselves up and running and maybe get themselves out of the relegation zone this weekend. Hoffenheim will take out Schalke, last game of the weekend. 2 formish teams. Hoffenheim come into this. They're not doing too well at the moment. They are sitting in 12th spot on the table, 8 points on the board. Schalke on the flip side sit in 6th spot, unbeaten in 5 games so far. The recent record between these two sides: 3 victories for Hoffenheim, 1 win for. 3 victories for Hoffenheim, 1 win for Schalke, 2 draws along the way. The recent 6 games over in Hoffenheim, though, are 3 wins for the hosts, 1 win for Schalke, 2 draws along the way. I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Can I separate the two sides? I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Share the points. Can I separate the two sides? And that point could push Schalke up to 15 points, potentially in the second spot, depending on what else goes on. Now, if my predictions were to come true, this is what the table will look like. Here we go. Bayern will top the pops. Leipzig will be second. My boys will be down a third. Dortmund will be fine into Champions League spot, into 4th spot on the table. Down the bottom, Paderborn, Augsburg, and Union Berlin will be going down to the Zweite Bundesliga if it remains. Now, make sure you get your predictions in nice and early in the comment section down below. So I want to see what you guys think will happen. Speaking of which, just let you know that I've got some live shows coming up. Mondays is the place to be for Championship football on YouTube. Be sure to check it out. If you look on the channel, there should be a little thing to say Championship coming up. Smash the little reminder, it'll let you know. Same could be applied for the Premier League on Tuesdays. Same deal for Thursdays. Every other Thursdays we do Champions League live on the channel. And then over on Twitch, boys and girls, newly crowned affiliate. Come join me for a watch along for Blackburn Rovers up against Huddersfield next time out. I think we're going to do it. Link to my Twitch platform is down in the old description. So is my Patreon. Just a little reminder for you folks. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. If you are bored and you don't know what to do, you can also check out the old FIFA career mode, the Make It of a Champion. We're doing bits right now with Sunderland, so make sure you check that out. Again, get your predictions in nice and early. Do you think my boys Mönchengladbach can remain there and beat Dortmund for the first time in a long, long time? Or will it be Bayern? Will it be Wolfsburg? It's so tight at the top of the table. Give me your thoughts and predictions and reaction down below. Until then, smash the like, smash the subscribe. Give this video some love, boys and girls. Give the channel some love as well. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.